Number four. התלמיד מתחייב לחקור. The student is obligated to investigate. Smitty is like Sherlock Holmes here. Investigator. Now, in other words, anything that comes your way, you have to check, examine, look, check again its essence, its core essence. Do not accept things literally. An answer of this is how it is done, or this is how we do it, or this is how things are simply not acceptable when you decide to become a student. You have to understand why. What do you mean? That's why we do it. That's not good enough for me.
You call up a posek and you say, what do I do? And he says, do this. And you say, why?
That's why you should have a Rebbe. He's going to explain to you why.
Where is this from?
My head. Now.
I want the movie to come out.
Isn't there a safe?
Now, therefore, you have to also come up with conclusions from your actual or total experience as a human being.
What were the conclusions, what?
What is, as you know, that will come from them to yourself as a human being. What does it do to you? What your experiences are? For example, let's say a person comes from Israel to America, all right? And you go down, I don't know where you go down. You go down Fifth Avenue. You go down, anywhere. You drive from over the bridge. You see the skyscraper. You see the buildings. You go upstate. You see nature. George Washington Bridge, Tappan Zee Bridge, my favorite bridge. It's so beautiful. Mm-hmm. You go in, and all you busy is doing what? Take pictures. How was it? Well, I don't know. It wasn't so special. Wait a minute. 1 second. The first thing you have to do, and that's why I tell guys to do a lot, because you have big egos, you're missing out the big picture. There is what is so-called the privilege of being a tourist. You never been a tourist because you don't want to admit that you are a tourist. You should do it. That experiment number 5,000 on our list is, I would like you to one day, by yourself, take a camera, take a knapsack, take a bottle of water, take some food, and go be a tourist for a day.
Where?
Anywhere. Even send it to anywhere. Anywhere. Be a tourist. What does it mean? It means the following. You go in, you pick your head up, right? You know, a tourist in Manhattan, why? Everybody walks like this. That is a tourist. New Yorkers walk like this. Tourists walk like that. Did you ever bother to look up? Did you ever see the beautiful architecture of certain of the buildings, the older buildings, all those faces, all those monsters, like, going like this in the buildings? Amazing. Be a tourist.
How you can't look at the Avodah Zarah?
Who said Avodah Zarah?
Usually they're on top of the Avodah Zarah.
No. Buildings. They're all over the place. You see, you never saw them. Gargoyles all over the place.
They were never davened to or prayed to.
No,
hold on 1 second. So you see those things, and the question is, so what? So what? The answer is, what does actually a question answer? What does it have to do with me? How does it affect me? How does it touch me? What does it make to me? What do I understand about the people who live in the city? For example, going down Fifth Avenue is different than going down in Jackson Heights. All of a sudden, you might find yourself like you're in India, and it's amazing. And you're going to the stores, and you experience it. You go down to Chinatown. The first time I came here, so it's amazing. I don't have to go to China to go to China. Everything is here. It's amazing. And I just go, and I'm letting myself, means a tourist, by being a tourist is, for example, how many of you actually went up to the Empire State Building or actually saw the Statue of Liberty?
I walked up all the stairs of the Empire State
Okay, but that's because you do crazy things. But if it wasn't for doing these crazy things, I don't think you would have been there. Because you didn't go up to the Statue of Liberty. You know what? Almost every tourist that was in Manhattan, came to Manhattan, saw the Empire State Building. Unfortunately, the Twin Towers are not here anymore. went to the Statue of Liberty, took a tour around Manhattan in the boat. You know what? You don't have to do those things. You can actually go on the Staten Island ferry. It's free. You go to the ferry, you run around to the other ferry, and you just got to cruise across the bay in Manhattan, right? And you're just like a tourist. When was the last time you actually went to the Metropolitan Museum of Art? I thought so, right? You know why? Because you are
That's
busy.
not a sur.
Why it should be a sur?
Go study the ways of the Goyim, the paintings they did, the times, how they live, how they dress.
No.
Why not?
You're not doing it to learn it how to do it.
I'm not. I'm.
You're looking
You
at
say,
it
look
from
how
a
they used to waste their life. Wow, wow.
No. That's a different story. We'll touch it, but it's not.
A different
Okay.
question is the
Yeah.
the naked women.
There's no.
Don't look at that.
Well, I've never seen one in the Metropolitan. You know, I'll go to the Armor Museum.
Mhm.
All the weapons. Okay, but said that. Why you always bring up the naked women? Okay.
No,
No.
there's a saying.
Take
that-
out
Fine.
beer
There's a
underneath?
saying.
Where was the last time you went to the Native American Museum? Okay, there's no naked women there.
There's a saying.
One second, answer me.
No, I never been to.
Okay. So it's time for you to go. It's time for you. Hold on 1 second. That is, when you go, you experience, you examine things, you see things. So you don't want to go to museum, fine, don't go to museum. Go see though what it has to do with you, because you're never investigating, because you are set within your routine of you do 1, 2, 3, 4, and you never actually walk out and says, okay, let's see what's else, what has to do with me. You only do it when you're a tourist, but your tourism is basically going to a cabana somewhere down in downtown Kingston, Jamaica, and get suntan and all wasted on cheap pina coladas. You think you're a tourist? You're not a tourist. Just being a big idiot because you paid a lot of money for nothing. You didn't examine anything. You want to go to Jamaica? Not a problem. Go to Jamaica. Prepare to be mugged a couple of times, but go see the island as a tourist. There is investigate. Go see how the people live there, and then you see how the people live. For example, I went to Egypt. And when I went to Egypt, I was fascinated mainly by how the people lived. And how do they do certain things there? And what's their culture is like? And what is... I was a tourist, but I was also a student of life. Guys, you have to remember one thing. In the University of Life, there are no vacations. You're always a student. But you're not learning. You really are not learning. When I think when they make the No Child Left Behind, they didn't talk about you because you're really behind. You're still stuck in kindergarten in terms of your life experience, your willingness to learn. You need to investigate. What does it have to do with me? When I see a Japanese armor, okay, in the museum, what effect it has on me? You have to be aware of what is happening to you. How does this affect you? When you are becoming aware of how things affect you, you're able to be aware of what is actually happening inside of you when other things comes your way. You don't wake up all of a sudden and you become a junkie. Because you said, this is not for me. So, because you're aware of what is happening, because you investigated.